good, y'all? It's your boy Larock, back for another Truth Talk episode. And as you guys can tell, I got some familiar faces and I got some new faces. You know what I'm saying? First off, I want to say shout out to everybody who tuned into the last episode. It got a lot of love, you know what I'm saying? And I want to continue to do this as like a series on my channel where, I bring on different individuals who have, similar, mindsets or similar, perspectives, and we could just talk about certain topics or whatever. So if you guys, enjoy this podcast, give this video a big thumbs up. But without further ado, I want everybody to introduce themselves. We can start off with RealKiya, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, what's up, y'all? I want to start off by saying peace and blessings to everybody who's watching this. My name is RealKiya. I literally just record my spiritual and thoughts, experiences, and I guess a lot of y'all resonate with it, so now we're here. And I really do appreciate Larock for bringing me on here. Yeah, let's get into it.
Sure. RealDev, what's up? What's good with y'all?
We're going first.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's watching my videos. Shout out to RellChosen gang. Shout out to the guy that's RealKiya. I don't know how the pictures popping up on y'all screen or whatever, but they down here for me. So shout out to watching this all together. Shout out WokeDev, man. Shout out everybody that's watching. Make sure y'all leave a like. You know what I'm saying? Let's learn. Let's get it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. So, honestly, we could just.
I didn't introduce myself, man.
Oh, my bad. No, my bad. Go ahead.
No, you good. Y'all good. You know what I'm saying? Gotta say the best for last. I understand. But yeah, hey man, WokeDev, Instagram, TikTok, shout out Larock, shout out Kaya, shout out Real, man. We waking up the world for real, man. So another thing, if you ain't hit subscribe, what's going on, bro? If you ain't leave a like, what you waiting on, bro? It's like it takes 2 seconds. I don't know what's going on, but let's get it, man. Let's go ahead and speak that knowledge.
Yes, sir. So the first question I got on the list, and I think we elaborated on this a little bit in the last episode, but what are your thoughts on religion, and is it bad or is it good? Because I'll say this: growing up, I was a Christian, right, and that's all that I knew, right, and that's how I was brought up. But once I started to gain my own thoughts, gain my own knowledge, I started to swerve out that lane, and then my life changed for the better, personally. You know what I'm saying? So I want to get y'all's perspective. Is religion bad or is it good? What are your thoughts on it? Do people need it? How do y'all feel about that?
So my idea, go ahead. You want to go first?
I mean, you want to go first? Go crazy.
So you're not even in the frame. I can't see you. You're not in the frame.
I can't see her either.
Why can't y'all see me?
I can see her.
You too. You gotta the drift to the right a little bit. There we go.
I can see her at all. Go ahead. Fuck it.
All right, so I feel like religion is not bad at all. I feel like it's all about perception. It's all about how you view things. Because I know some Christians that Christianity done changed their life, and I know some Jewish people that being Jewish changed their life. I feel like all of it is about perception and how you kind of how you see it. What helps you? What resonates with you the most? I happen to be spiritual, but it's somebody that's Christian that's as Christian as I'm spiritual. You know what I'm saying? I would never tell nobody if they're Christian, oh no, that's not the way. You should be spiritual. You should do this. You should do that. It's all about what helps you the most and what resonates with you. And to be honest, what you are is just based off of your environment. You're born in America, and Christianity happens to be the biggest religion in America. So now you're a Christian because your parents are Christian, and 9 times out of 10 that was pushed on you. So now you're a Christian, and if that's what you want to go with, that's cool. As long as you're elevating your life and you evolve in your mind and you are, I guess, evolving like you're supposed to be evolving, then go do what you got to do, bro. And that's how I feel about it.
RealKiya, what are your thoughts?
I honestly, I feel like we all in tune, so we kind of understand what we all about to say. But I do resonate with what Dev had just said. It's like Christianity, religion, people have their own ways of, connecting to whatever they think is God, and whatever makes you feel stronger in your spirituality. By all means, do what you want. But with my and how we all feel, it's just, I'm a spiritual person. I don't count out anything. I respect the religions, but it's certain things that I don't respect about it. As far as our history goes, Christianity has always just been out of the picture for me. I can't do it, but other people can, and I don't judge that. I want people to be happy. If you gotta pray and read a book. Do what you need to do to feel better about yourself. It's not people making it too much into a religion, especially with spirituality. They always trying to turn things in the way that the Matrix programmed it. Just like how Christianity, you have a certain set of rules, certain things that you do. It's the same thing with spirituality. People are trying to say you got to eat this way, you got to think this way, you got to talk this way, you got to be this way. But it's like, just be free, do what you want, and be happy.
Facts.
It's a good thing. It is. Like, just be you. Don't be a malicious person. That's all.
Yeah.
Felt that. Very felt.
Shit, I ain't gonna lie, bro. You know what I'm saying? I was like first, like when I first made my TikTok, I came up on like bashing Christianity and like bashing religion type shit because I was looking at everything out of all. It was like a war. I was in a war mind state. I felt like that everybody that was in the religion was programmed. It was up to me to like unleash everybody's mind from that program type shit. But as I elevated in consciousness, I became more open minded and I saw that, you know what I'm saying? It's all about being a better person in love at the end of the day. If you connected with something that makes you like, it don't matter what it is, spirituality, religion, if you connected with something that makes you a better person and connected with something that makes you more like, you know what I'm saying, more in love, spreading more love, then it's really not a problem. But at the same time, on a deeper level, if you see religion for what it is, you can see that it's teaching you the truth, but it's putting it in the story way. So it's like because of that, it makes it evil in my reality. I can say it's not evil because of what's it doing for people. It's making people a better person. But the fact that it can cause somebody to be so close minded and think that no other belief is real, but this only belief. That's why I personally look at it as evil because it's like you are the creator of this book, the creator of this religion is confining people's minds purposely, putting people in fear, all this shit, saying you'll go to hell, saying, you know what I'm saying, Jesus is the only way. That's why I have a problem with it because there's so much knowledge out there, but people is not trying to even learn about the other knowledge because they are so focused on this one religion and scared to learn anything else. So that's my problem with Christianity and religion as a whole, because it's like it's religioning the people. It's like causing division between the people. It's making people think that, oh, you this religion, I can't fuck with you, or you this, you know what I'm saying? It's causing more separation than love. But at the same
Yes.
time, I just, you know what I'm saying, focus on what I got going on. And you just, if you believe this, you know what I'm saying, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because it's more about peace. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Literally, it's the same thing. Like you're judging people for what they believe in. Like, okay, you're a Christian. I respect that. Do what you got to do. But when you get upset with what I'm doing with my life, that's when it becomes a problem. That's when it becomes an
Mm-hmm.
issue.
Yeah.
Turns
It's
toxic.
Facts.
Turns really toxic.
Facts.
yeah,
Facts. Facts. And like one thing that I agree with you guys on is like when I first like started, debunking religion, I'll say back in like 2020, 2021, I would bash Christianity. And I feel like it's just like it's because like when I first, started to spread my knowledge or whatever, I would get a lot of hate like, "Oh, you're going to hell, this and that." But and then it got to a point for me, I just stopped really trying to like put hate on them or just, what's the word I'm looking for? Like I don't know. I just stopped doing that. So now I'm at a point where it's just like, okay, I'll let you do you. I love everybody and just I respect
Yeah,
yeah.
your beliefs. So
It's in that love vibration. Like,
yeah,
exactly. It's
So
like,
I feel like there's truth in every religion. I feel like the biggest illusion is separation. I feel like we're all meant to be like, oh no, you're right, no, you're wrong, no, you're wrong. No, I think
yeah,
it's meant to be like that. Whereas like I think you know like how Thanos has like all the stones.
yeah,
I feel like each religion has a little bit of information in it, but since nobody is coming together, I think that nobody can really get the full truth unless you're open minded enough to look inside Christianity, look inside Jewish, look inside Hinduism, look inside spirituality, and put all the pieces together. You get a big story and the actual truth. But if you're not like that, you're like, oh, now I'm just Christian. Now I'm just spiritual. I got to do this. I got to do that. Then you ain't going to get the full truth. You know what I'm saying? I think everything's about unity because we all really one. No matter what you are, what color you is, what you believe in, we all still one. We're all still reflections of each other.
and that's
So
yeah,
since you don't
touching with
understand
she said that spirituality is like another religion. That's a fact. It's like now spirituality has become its own religion. When people be like, you got to do this, you got to do that, and it's
yes.
like, oh, no, thing that's
Judging you go against, or if you change if you upgrade your mind to something a wider perspective, basically saying like we're all reflections. Like I had a whole debate on TikTok about that. People was like, oh, these white people gonna get pushed off the face of the earth, and they gonna. And I'm just like,
That's ego. I go cat. That's all ego.
Yeah,
I
it
think that's
is.
It's separation. Separation is the main devil because the only way that we can overcome everybody talk about the elites and all this programming and all this shit. The only way that we can overcome that is if we all come together and put our foot down. And the reason why we can't do that is because everybody has their own belief. Everybody is so separated. Nobody fucks with each other. So since the human race don't fuck with each other, how the hell can we overcome anybody and overcome anything? So it's like the real separation. The real devil is separation. The real evil is separation. It doesn't matter if you can be spiritual and still not high vibrational. You can be spiritual and still not at that, love vibration. So it's like it don't even matter what you call yourself. It's all about coming together and finding peace. So that's the main, the main goal.
exactly.
Yeah. Not facts. You guys got any advice for anybody who's like who's trying to deal with family who views a different perspective? And like, let's say, like, for example, there's a kid, he's like, he's into spirituality and consciousness or whatever, but yeah, his parents are really like hardcore Christians, but yeah, he's still a minor and he still stays in their household. What advice do you have for a kid like that, and how can he deal with that type of environment? How can he
Dang.
Like since I experienced this shit, let me go ahead and take this because my dad was a huge Christian and my mom, she was open minded, but she had her beliefs too. I feel like I helped wake him. I really helped woke my mom. Did I say this right? I really helped to wake my mom up because, like, I ain't gonna lie. At first, like, she was still, in that programming mind state. I would make my own PowerPoints before I blew up. I would make my own PowerPoints, and I would just go in my mama room and just show her like the world and everything. You know what I'm saying? All kinds of shit. And then she would just look at it like, so why don't you put this much energy towards your schoolwork and all kinds of shit? But I wouldn't give up. I would keep on trying and everything. And then I feel like when I blew up, she saw how serious I was. She saw how passionate I was. And she know that whenever I was passionate about something, that shit, like, it would be something serious because, like, I'm a passionate person. So she would be looking more into it, and then she eventually woke up. But at first, bro, it was so hard that nobody, my parents or nobody around me understood me. So I had to literally, like, get used to that feeling of being misunderstood so I can accept it. At the end of the day, nobody is meant to understand you. It's a reason why you come here by yourself and you leave by yourself. So you're not supposed to have the mind state that my parents have to understand and accept me, or my friends have to understand and accept me. That's not the case. So if you have somebody that's trying to be on your journey and you having no support or no guidance by anybody around you, you gotta thug it out by yourself and do as much as you can by yourself and understand that you got the Most High, you got your ancestors. You don't need nobody else physically. You know what I'm saying? Just go within and get that comfort from within. But yeah, that's my take on that for sure.
Facts.
I can relate to that because like my pops thought I was high. I ain't gonna lie, he thought I was because like when I first started waking up, I used to do heavy research. I used to be like, Dad, da 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 and da da da. This is all the vaccine fake, all this fake. And then he's like, "What are you talking about? You high, huh?" I'm like, "Nah, I ain't high." But like, I would be sober. I stopped smoking weed. I swear, just to prove a point, I just stopped smoking weed. And then when I stopped smoking weed, it's like I tapped in even more. It was crazy. But for anybody that's going through that, like a kid that's like, okay, I live in a household, my parents are Christian, whatever it is, I always say, like Rel said, man, just follow your truth and just keep pushing because like it's the same thing. Like literally, my pops ended up like literally like because he was going through a lot of stuff too at the time. So when I started in 2020, that was my best year, but the whole world was fucked up, which is crazy. So while the whole world was going crazy, my life was good. And he was like, "Damn, you acting like you just having the best life." I'm like, "Yeah, because everything good."
Right.
So I think that him looking at my life and seeing, okay, he's doing something different. I think that made him more curious on why is it that the whole world fucked up, but for some reason he's happy, he's doing good. And I think he started asking more questions. First, it was kind of sarcastic, like, "Oh, let me guess, you're meditating again, huh?" To how do you meditate? So what does that really do for you? So it went from being judgmental to now he wants to get more knowledge about it. And so
Right.
in that state, I would say use yourself as a vessel to be an example on why what you're doing is beneficial to you. And then that will inspire somebody else, not only just your pops or your moms, but your friends, your homies, whatever, to kind of elevate their life too. Because when you start elevating, then everybody else is gonna want to elevate around you. And that's how I feel like anybody should go about it. Because I ain't gonna cap, no matter how much somebody tells you something, if you don't believe in it, it's just gonna be friction the entire time. So instead of going against the grain, I would say follow your own truth, and eventually everything just work out.
Yeah, facts. Because like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna touch on what you said too, Rel. when I first started, introducing new shit to my mom and my dad and shit, like my dad, he caught on to it. But like when I first started meditate around the house, sage in my room, my mom would laugh at me and like she would make me feel bad and shit. But like once she started to see like my life is changing for the better, oh now she wants to do some more self improvement, work on her mental, work on her physical. So it's like once people start seeing you do it, that's when they want to do it.
Yeah, you gotta be by example. You gotta lead. You just gotta lead. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
You
lead.
teach more by not teaching with your mouth. You feel me?
It always works like that. I'm gonna say this, like when you're in an uncomfortable situation where you have your perspective on the way you want your life to run and how you feel about spirit. Your parents may not agree with you. Like, we all had those experiences where somebody don't agree with you, but at the end of the day, don't react how they're reacting. Getting frustrated trying to explain something to somebody that they don't really understand, let them come to you. Don't get stressed out trying to like this is well, I don't get why you don't understand what I'm saying. Like this is look, the Christianity, the fakeness. Look at all this. Like, don't stress yourself out. A
Wasting
lot of
energy for real.
that.
That's just wasting your own energy.
Yes, just be calm in who you are. You be strong. Like, you know who you are. You know what you believe in. You're not feeling it for no reason. So
Facts.
at the end of the day, just be you. And if they ask you a question, then go in. But you don't gotta explain yourself. You know who you are and you feel it. So just be in that energy. Don't be afraid to be you. Stand out.
Yeah.
Then they'll start coming to you and asking you questions, just like Dev just said. My mom literally comes to me every time she has something about a question about spirituality, meditation. They're coming. The elders are coming to us.
Yeah.
Right.
They came to Earth with this new information. Wait, hold on. So they'll come to you, and you'll just. That's when you speak. That's when it's time. And that you ain't gotta. You don't need to explain yourself. You
Yeah,
know.
I made a video about that too. Like you said, how like trying to like waste your energy trying to like explain to somebody, try to prove your point. Like, don't even do all that, bro. Because you don't waste so much energy trying to prove your point or trying to explain something. Because it's like talking to a brick wall. Because they don't always have a rebuttal. Because they're so close minded that whatever they believe in, that's it. Like you could say, bro, you could sit there and say, bro, the grass is green, and show them the grass. Nah, bro, that's blue, bro.
Right.
Nah, bro, that's like you literally just wasting your own energy, bro. So I'll say, literally, just, bro, just not everybody's meant to wake up either in this lifetime or let's say you woke up in 2020. Their time might not be till 2024. So you trying to force them to wake up in 2020 wouldn't make any sense. So just I would say throw it out there. Hey, bro, did you know that if you meditate, it can help you tap in with yourself? If they give you a certain type of look, like nigga, what?
Right.
That's it. Yeah, at that point, bro, stop talking. You know what I'm saying? At that point, they're not ready yet. They're not ready yet. You know what I'm saying? But they like for real, bro, I've been tapped in with that too. At that point, all right, for sure, you found your mans that can, you know what I'm saying, you can build off of. So that's how I go about it for real.
I ain't gonna lie, I had a shroom trip, bro, like last year, and I thought this was a bad thing, but it's not at all. I had a shroom trip where I stopped caring about people waking up. I was more focused on myself that I didn't even give a fuck if niggas stayed asleep or not because I'm like, bro, my life is gonna be good regardless. So let me try to articulate this mindset the best way I can. You are here, like I said, you come here by yourself, you leave by yourself. The reason why you want everybody to wake up is because you get satisfaction from seeing somebody know what you know. It all goes back to you. Even when you help somebody, you do that because it makes you feel good. So if you're talking to somebody and you see them getting helped, it makes you feel good. That's why you want to keep doing that. But you have to lose that feeling and that need of satisfaction and just focus on yourself because you're not responsible for nobody. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when people wake up, bro, that has nothing to do with you. Just make sure that you keep elevating in consciousness. It don't matter, you know what I'm saying? I feel like when you first learn about spirituality, when you first eat some good food, when you watch a good movie, you want everybody else, hey, oh, watch this movie with me, or you try this shit, you know what I'm saying? You want everybody else to do what you do because you see how it works for you, so you want to get the satisfaction of seeing that work for somebody else, but that's not how life's supposed to go. So never stress yourself out on trying to help somebody else. That goes with everything, waking people up or whatever. Never lower yourself in any way to lift somebody else up. Just focus on yourself and watch how much you elevate and you go up.
Yeah,
That's
facts.
it.
Facts, and oh, sorry, you can go.
No, I was just saying it ties in the same thing with religion. They get so stressed out wanting everybody to convert to Christianity, and if we don't believe in it, you're going to hell. You're evil. You're sacrilege. Like, just be you, okay? You can be a Christian. Go ahead. Like, let me be in peace over here. I'm not. Don't stress yourself. Promise you, you're not gonna get no. Like,
Exactly.
it's all tying in, literally.
Nah, facts. Nah, most definitely. Like, and going off to like staying with people with different perspectives. When I first like changed my mindset changed about everything, including like not wanting to like either do traditional stuff, traditional things, like for example work a 9 to 5 and let that be my end all be all. What advice do you have for someone who doesn't want to live the traditional lifestyle that most people are living, you know?
Bro, I just made a video about the rat race. Oh my goodness. Okay, boom. Listen. Right now I'm currently working, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if I can tap in with somebody that's literally in a job right now that's what that because it's different when you're conscious. Cause I done worked around people that's like literally like a zombie, like a robot, just
Facts.
not even like not aware of what the hell going on. When I'm conscious, I'm looking at everything like, bro, what the fuck? Like, nigga, you don't understand this is slavery for real? You know what I'm saying? So I would say with that situation, I'll be like, find out who you are first. The first step to breaking out the rat race or breaking out the system of doing regular shit, whether it's working 9 to 5 job or just doing regular shit, riding the subway. If you wanted to live a life where you're free 100%, the first step is finding out who you are. Because how you gonna get out that situation? Because a lot of people say, I want to be free, I want to do this, I want to be rich, but what you gonna do about it? How you gonna get there? You know what I'm saying? You have a whole goal with no destiny, with no plan to get there. You know what I'm saying? So the number one is figure out who you are, what you want to do with your life. Once you figure that out, bruh, lock in. Literally just lock in on who you are. Surround yourself around people that's elevating or that wants to elevate because you are literally a fragment of your environment. If you're around people that don't do nothing with their life and they always want to bring you down, or they're talking about low vibrational things, they're talking about this regular shit, or even if they think that this rat race is normal, they cool with it, then it's not gonna help you evolve.
Yeah.
You got to be surrounded by people that's going to help you evolve and help you grow mentally, spiritually, and really all around. Where did Kai go?
I don't where did Kaya go? I don't know what's going on.
Okay, as long as you still here, that's cool. But yeah, just be surrounded by people that's going to help you grow overall, and figure out who you are too. Because once you figure out who you are too, you're gonna start doing things like, okay, let's say you want to be a artist. You're gonna start making music. You're gonna start putting all your energy and all your time that you're not at work into music. And at that point, you're gonna figure out ways to, you know what I'm saying, elevate and to leverage and to make money off of music. And on top of that, since you are so aligned with who you are and your purpose, things gonna start popping up in your life that's not presented to everybody. You're gonna start having that. You might fuck around and have a big ass collaboration that gets you paid. You know what I'm saying? Now you can lead the rat race. Literally, it's gonna be like that because once you're aligned with your purpose, like, bro, I'm pretty sure everybody in this life can attest to this. Things that start coming into your life that you can't even explain. Like, how the fuck did I even end up here? Right. How did I get this opportunity? It's because you're aligned with who you are. So figure out who you are, align with that, and surround yourself around people that's just like you, and you'll be at the rat race. It takes time. You'll be patient. Be patient and stay dedicated and stay focused. And eventually you'll be good. You'll be free.
Facts.
I remember when I first had told my mama I ain't want to work. Like, this was like 2020. And I like work. And like, mind you, she came up in a whole different generation. So it was like, what the hell do you mean? It was like, right. Cause like, you know what I'm saying? I already had bad grades in school. I purposely did that shit because I didn't care about school. I was the most smartest person in my fucking whole entire academic class.
What was your GPA?
Yeah, but you say it again?
What was your GPA?
Like 0.3.
For real?
That's the last time I remembered it. My grades were so bad that I had to pay somebody to graduate. I had to pay somebody to do my work because I never did. You know what I'm saying? Back in quarantine, had that online school shit. Ain't no way in hell I was going to take school.
Oh, dang.
It just don't resonate with you. I get it.
Yeah, like, facts. But continue what you're saying.
Yeah, so she was already like kind of worried, but she knew I had so much. Like I said, she knew about my potential, my passion. So she was so worried about that shit being wasted. I'm telling her, like, and I didn't even have a plan then. Like, I always knew in the back of my head that I was going to make money outside of work. Like, I didn't know how. I always knew I was gonna blow up. I didn't know how. I just said for a fact, like, I'm not working. Like, it wasn't even a thought, like, you know, that I was gonna be working. I'm like, I'm not working type shit. So I told her, and she was just like, what do you mean? What's your plan? You already not doing good at school? Like, she was like, worried. You feel me? I'm like, Mom, it's normal for everybody to work because that's how y'all came. That's all y'all know. Y'all know about people leaving school, getting a job, going to college, all this shit. That's y'all lifestyle. That's how y'all view life. But it's more. People are making millions of dollars off their phones. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's more to life than what you came up doing. So I'm like, I got my own plan and my own vision that you just can't see right now. So of course, being a parent, she ain't really like was feeling that. Nor was my dad, but I just had to show him. You know what I'm saying? Now it was only 2 years later. It was 2020. I blew up at 2021, started making money off of social media 2022. So 2 years later, I showed them how that shit was going, and now they support me. Now they just see I knew what I was talking about the whole time. But it was like, oh, all I'm saying is, man, you got to make sure that you have a plan. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have supportive parents or parents that believe in you, try to show them as much as you can. If they still don't believe in you, then it's not up to them to. They don't have to believe in you. This is your life. So you know what I'm saying? Just do you. Have your own vision. I say fuck a 9 to 5. I'm really against 9 to 5s because I did have like a high school job when I was like 16 or whatever. I'm like, ain't no way in hell I gotta give up my time to go to somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like I want to do this right now. Why the fuck am I giving up this to go? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not living like this. I'm like I made my final decision. So fuck a 9 to 5, bro. I'm so against 9 to 5s. I'm so against.
100%, bro. And the thing is, like, my last job, I worked at Macy's in 2019, right? And my mama always tell me, "Oh, you need a wake up call. You need that type of job that's going to give you a wake up call." I'm like, "Nah, that was my wake up call." Like, I literally, like, my coworkers, they would brag about. They'd be like, "Yeah, I've been working here for like 30 years." Like, yeah, I'm like, and you're proud of that, my nigga? Like, nah, I got shit to do. I gotta get out of here. So that job, I hated that job. I hated working at the mall. I mean, obviously, you know, working at the mall, I guess it's cool as a teenager to see different people, but like me personally, I did not like it, bro. That shit was hell for me. Like, oh my god.
And the fact that I was working with 30-year-olds that was using that as their main source to
pay. Yeah, it's crazy. That shit's crazy as hell. That shit is so crazy.
I said, I'm like, I'm 16 years old and I got a raise too. So because I got a raise, like a couple dollars more on the raise, I'm like, I'm making more than the new grown people that just now getting hired. So I'm like, bro, and they didn't even check my resume for school or nothing. So I'm like, this is literally like a programmed illusion that we living in. I'm like, ain't no way in hell I should be in the same job as a grown ass man. I'm a kid, so it's like I don't even need this shit. When I, you know what I'm saying? But this is all an illusion.
Yes, bro.
What you think, Kai?
I think, well, I feel that a lot of people get pulled into, especially like-minded individuals like us, we get pulled into the vortex of what society wants our standard life to go. And especially the pressure that our parents put on us, like, I don't want to live the life you're living. Like, I don't desire the job. I don't desire to work in the same box for the next 50 years. That's not what happiness, it's not attractive. Like, the whole get down of going to school for 12 years. First of all, you're not even teaching. Are you expecting me to have like $56,000 at 18 to pay for college? Oh, let's talk about this. What if my mom needs? Even if I was to get a job while I'm going to high school, which my mom or my parents might need help with rent, I have to put that money to there. Oh, and forget about that. Let's save up for a car, right? Because you need a car. You're trying to save up for a car. You're trying to save up for college. All of this stuff. Meanwhile, you're getting paid not even enough to survive, not even enough to do anything. They give teenagers the bare minimum. They give them jobs that stress them out beyond measurable things. Like, I remember one time I was asked to clean up diarrhea in the men's restroom, and you got me messed up.
Yo.
You got me messed up. Like, I didn't care. She was like, "Oh, we're gonna have to have a conversation about that. Let's talk about it, because no, I'm not doing it." Like, and then it's like, people, you got to deal with, when you're in customer service, you obviously have to deal with a lot of people with their anger and their problems and their issues, and it's like, you got to go to that every single day. And I don't know how the heck these people are doing this for 40 years, 30 years. I've been working here for the longest. I'm like, are you okay? Like, are you happy? How you doing? I see you stressed out. You crying. It's like, it's not attractive. I don't want to do it anymore. And when I told my parents that, it was like, oh, you're going to be a bum. My daughter's going to be a bum, and she don't know, she's going to be working at McDonald's, and she just don't have any goals or ambitions. I'm telling you this because it's something I feel. I can't ignore this anymore. I don't want to live like this. Mm-hmm. The life that is set up is not attractive. So I'm going to say this, because you're going to get a lot of pressure. It's been times where I did get kicked out, but it was like for like 4 hours. And then we had a conversation. Like, I was crying. I'm like, what I'm going to do? I was sitting here yelling at the sky in my car. I was looking up and I'm just like, why? Why am I thinking like this? If the world is supposed to be like this, if life is supposed to be, you go to school, you go get a job, you go to college, you spend that money, you live in debt, you try to buy a house, you go down the whole race, and people are still not happy. I'm feeling the opposite of that. It's like, why are you making me feel this way? I'm asking source, I'm asking God, why do I feel like this? It's obviously for a reason. I'm supposed to change this shit. People are not happy. I'm feeling the whole vibrational shift. Every time I walk into a place, I be like, I hope you get off early. I really do. You know? So it's like, don't feel pressured. Stand your ground. Because I promise you, if you keep going, if you stay hard on who you is, it's gonna happen for you. Whatever you desire in life, you are so powerful. Literally, everything that you speak out of your mouth, feel that. Feel that it's gonna come to life. It is. That's your power. You a God. That's who you are. You come from that. It's like people get so discouraged and don't believe in themselves because somebody else is saying this or your parent. Forget what your parents saying. That's how you feel. It's not happening for no reason. Follow that. Follow your bliss. It's important. You gonna change something. Most people who stand on is people who think different. Don't let that stuff change you. Whatever. Listen, I'm pretty sure all of us, everybody on here, get haters, get negative comments. You still being you.
Right.
You different. We all look different. Our faces, our voices, all of that. Your path is not supposed to be the same as the last generation. You came here with a purpose. You came here to change everything. Feel that fire and use it. If you gonna go your whole life and wonder why didn't I do this? Have regret? Don't have no regrets. Get it done. Believe in you. I'm telling you, I literally had. I was so unhappy with jobs, with school, all of that because it was taking me away from my creative flow. Now that I'm actually doing what I want to do, I'm shocked at the stuff that I'm producing. I'm shocked at the music that I'm making. I'm shocked at the content and the people who watching me. I'm shocked at all of this growth. I didn't even know I had this in me. I spent all of this time, all of them hours, just for money. When I'm doing something that actually make me happy and the money coming.
And at the same time too.
So you doing something that's in your purpose, all the shit that you ever wanted just comes naturally. You know what I'm saying? When you feel like you want something, when you feel like that you're in case of something, that's how you know that you're out of alignment with your purpose because everything comes naturally. You are a magnet. So when you feel like you need something or you're lacking something, you're automatically out of alignment.
Yes. Alignment. It's gonna come. I promise you. Just be happy. You supposed to have a happy life. You supposed to do what you want to do. Keep telling yourself that. No matter how many times. Listen. Program yourself. Listen to frequencies. Listen to sleep hypnosis if you need to. I know it's hard. For me, when I was trying to ignore everybody who was coming to my door, my parents, my mother, my sister, all of them trying to tell me, Kaya, what you doing with your life? And I'm just like, I'm figuring it out. And I'm happy. And I'm following my bliss. I can't explain it to you right now because you can't see my vision. Let me just be in my element. I'm gonna handle my responsibilities. I'm gonna do what I can. And if you can't support it, then God gonna always find a way for me. Obviously.
Literally.
Trust in the universe. Trust in what you feel. It's divine.
Yeah. Sometimes, bro, vision in your head, and everybody can see that vision. You gotta show them. You literally gotta bring that shit to reality and show them the vision. And the same people that was hating on you or telling you couldn't do it, when that vision come in life and you living in your purpose, when the same people will come back right around. It happens every single time. Put me on, bro, or I'm so proud of you, or whatever. When it was a point in time when they wasn't proud of you for real, they wasn't.
You remember. You gonna remember all this shit. You gonna remember how you felt when you were so misunderstood. You gonna remember when everybody shunned you and counted you out. And you gonna remember when it's your time and everybody, them same people come back around. You gonna remember all that shit. It's gonna be so weird. Like, yes, nigga. I told y'all, nigga. I told
you. Hey, you didn't see it before. You ain't seen this shit before, but it's cool.
Facts. Exactly. Like this. Think of it like this. You in your head, right? Everybody, you think of an apple, right? In your head, it's a thought. You see the apple in your head. And everybody else see the apple in your head?
Hell no.
No,
Not really.
well, it's your journey. The same thing with your path. Like, anybody gonna see that but you. Stay focused in your lane. Stay in your lane.
It's
Yeah.
the reason why you vision. Okay.
Express yourself how you want to. You know what I'm saying? So it's a reason why you have a unique expression. Every single person has a unique way to express themselves, but you let the perception of other people stop you from expressing yourself freely. If you
Facts.
have an idea that nobody is doing, you think, why would I do this? This is gonna be weird, or nobody else is doing this shit. That's how you know that idea is perfect. Do that idea, express yourself because different things take off. Why do you think it's always a new trend on TikTok? Every new trend started from one person with a different idea. Every new fashion style, every new all this shit started from that one person that stepped on that idea. Step on your ideas, express your ideas. Stop thinking about this gonna be weird, this gonna be corny, whatever. Do what you feel, like Kaya said. Do what you feel.
Facts. Facts. 100%. Let me ask you guys this: what would be like if you can go back to your old self, right? What would be one advice you'll tell your old self?
Damn.
It could be one thing.
I would say it will all be worth it. I feel like back then I knew like I seen the vision. I knew what I was gonna do. I knew that like everything's gonna come in fruition eventually. But there was always times where I would doubt myself. I never forget, bro. It was a vivid memory where I was posting videos on YouTube every day. Like I'm talking about double crazy uploads. Like I was going crazy. This was before I became woke dev. I was just posting like vlogs, pranks, mukbang, like just regular lit content. And I never forget I had like 5 views, 3 views, 4 views, 1 view. That was my mama, my grandma, my cousins type shit.
Okay.
I'm sitting there like, damn, like, and I've been uploading every day for like a month straight. And I'm talking about hours and hours and hours and sleepless nights of editing. Editing takes a long time. I never forget it was Christmas Day and I was downstairs while everybody's unwrapping their presents. I had my headphones on, editing my video on Christmas. And I remember posting that video. It got like 3 views. And I remember sitting there like, bro, am I even doing the right thing? And keep in mind, I had graduated high school. Everybody went to college. Everybody went to the military. My
Mm-hmm.
cousins then left. Everybody left. I'm working at a fast food at Chick-fil-A, working at a fast food restaurant, making videos with everybody saying this is not going to work. This is not the right path. And I'm sitting there like, I never forget that feeling. Like I keep going back to that moment. Like I was really sitting there like, am I really doing the right thing right now? And if I can go back, I mean, everything worked out eventually. But if I can go back, I'll just say, look, brother, keep going. It's all worth it. It's all gonna work out. Just keep your head up and just keep pushing.
Right.
When you get
Yeah.
like that, I swear you be like, when you're in tune with, I don't know if y'all have ever heard of that. It's called spirit guides. You got people on the other side who's rooting you on, or you be in your head and you hear like, just you gonna be okay. Just keep going. You see angel numbers and it'll like
Right.
give you a shocking like, okay, I think I'm on the right path. But it's like you was always on the right path. You just kept getting in doubt.
Hmm.
Like I get that. I
It's
get
that
that.
Like,
doubt. So,
that was a great ass question, right? Like you said, like if you could go back to your old self and give yourself some advice, and I'm thinking like hard, like what actually would I tell myself? And then Dev literally said, it's all worth it, and that's some real shit. Cause it's like I feel like every person, even now, bro, even now we all do things, and it's like, bro, should I take it this way? Should I do it this way? Should I do it that way? Or like, a lot of things might not take off as soon as you want it to, and you think like, bro, am I doing too much? You know what I'm saying? So when you said it's all gonna be worth it, bro, that's perfect. Cause I remember like I feel like we went through the same shit. We both had our own YouTube. We both came up doing YouTube, but in a different way. So I
right.
still use certain editing abilities, certain things that I learned from my old YouTube and shit,
Mm-hmm.
and I apply
Literally,
it out. You know what I'm saying? So
literally,
when I
literally.
wasn't getting views, I still got the knowledge and the information and the way to do it now. So where I am getting views, now I know how to edit certain things. I know how to make certain thumbnails, all kinds of shit from when I wasn't getting views. So it's like everything was all worth it, and everything's tied together to right now. But that's crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Facts.
And advice, let me give advice to the people that's fucking still in that era type shit. It is gonna be worth it. All the shit that you're doing right now, bro, I don't care if you've been doing this shit for 3 years. It's going to be worth it. You're learning things right now. Even if it's not, like I said, even if it's not taking off as quick as you want it, every single thing is a learning experience. You're learning things by getting 10 views of video that you wouldn't learn when you're getting 100,000 views of
Right.
video. All this shit that you're learning, you learning things that while you're broke that you can't learn when you're rich. All this shit is a learning experience. It's
Right.
going to, you have this passion. If you're serious about it, if you keep taking action, it's going to come. It's like a higher source that's going to support you the more that you keep on chasing your desires. So it's like All this shit's gonna be worth it. Keep going. Let's get it.
Facts.
They get it.
What about you,
For sure.
RealKiya? What would you tell your old self?
I would tell my old self to trust your gut. That was my problem. I didn't trust myself. I didn't know my own personal power. I didn't know that I could make things happen just from like my mind and my heart and what I feel. I was just because I'm a big sister. So I'm the next in command with telling everybody what to do, and I'm always being like told what to do, how your life is supposed to go, like this is what just how the Matrix indoctrinates you, the schools and all of that shit. Like I was just always told what to do. So I was just in this mindset, okay, like, well, nobody's telling me what to do now. I gotta listen to myself. And I
Right.
was trying to trust myself and feel safe enough in my power to make things happen. Like that's important to trust your gut because if you can't trust yourself to get stuff done, how you expecting for the flow, the currency to come to
Yeah.
you? So I had a problem with that, not trusting my gut because I was just doing what everybody else told me. And
Facts.
to have my own personal voice. And it took a lot for me to actually start recording and believing in myself and using my power. We are powerful. Please remember that. Even if you're a Christian, if you're a child of God, you have some of that power with you. You are a God's child, so you get the same traits, right? You're a Christian. So you can create anything just like God can. Like
Right.
in your head. Just trust your gut, trust what you're feeling. Feel more. A lot of people thinking so I was thinking so logical, okay, like how do I do this? How do I fix this down? How do but you just gotta feel. When you feel it and trust what your instincts to make a decision for yourself, that's who you are and that's what you feeling.
A
Do
lot
that.
of people don't know that good feelings are literally you from the future. Like you know what I'm saying? It's like
Mm. Like
your
your higher self.
higher than this body right here. Your higher self is above your brain. Your brain can only see and think of what you experience. You know what I'm saying? What makes sense, like you said, what's logical. But your higher self has already experienced everything. So it's like when you having a gut feeling or intuitional feeling, that's basically your higher self in the future telling you like, do this, but you're not
Right.
listening to your higher self. You're doing shit from your brain. No, my brain saying this makes more sense because your higher self, your intuition is the unknown. Your brain, the logic is the known because you already experienced it. That's why you always want to go what's more comfortable. You will grow more when you start being more uncomfortable. When you start making more uncomfortable decisions. And that's just how life works.
Nah,
Yeah.
facts. I love these podcasts because like I learn every time I talk to you guys. I always learn like I'm a viewer. So like I really enjoy this and like I really do like I'm like that too. Like one thing I would tell my old self: trust the process and don't give up, man. Just because people don't see what you see doesn't mean it's not happening. Like you gotta trust your intuition, trust the feeling, and trust that everything happens in the right time. Everything happens
Yeah.
for a reason. That's what I truly believe. Everything happens for a reason. Whether if it's good or bad, everything is in alignment for the betterment of you. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy because like when I was coming up doing my thing, people was not fucking with me. Like people was not trying to help me out. Like I remember when I was coming up on YouTube, for example, there was these guys I used to go to school with. They had their own YouTube channel. They were popping or whatever. But I would ask them all the time, like, "Yo, how do you edit the video? How do you make thumbnails? How you do this and that?" Them niggas would not tell me at all. They would like try to like little bro me, like you know what I'm saying, like
Yeah.
ego shit. I'm like, so like why not? So a couple of years later down the road, high school, I'm in high school, right? So that's when I started to do YouTube. I wasn't getting no traction. Like I was doing YouTube, but people at school was laughing at me and shit like that. But once I started to pop off and like get a little traction, whatever, them same niggas who denied me are in my DMs asking, "Yo, how do you start doing this? How you get followers? How you make a thumbnail? How you edit?" Nigga, I gave them niggas the exact same answer they gave me. Like I love the feeling is so good when tables turn, bro.
I swear to God, bro. I swear to
It
God.
feels so good,
We
bro.
all went through that shit. We all
Yo,
went
that shit's crazy,
through
bro.
it. Like it's just a journey of life, bro. It's like the underdogs always come out on top, bro. It's the balance of life. You know what I'm saying? If you was on the bottom, you won't end up on top. You know what I'm saying? The ones that's
You
on
gotta
top,
stay down till you come up for real.
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
know?
but I learned a lot of valuable lessons when I was on the bottom. Like, and I
Yeah.
carry those out. I carry those with me right now. Like, if there's anybody who's like a upcoming creator or whatever, I don't try to like belittle them. Nah, I give them advice. I help them out. You know what I'm saying? Because like I know what it feels like to be left out. I know what it feels like to be pushed to the side. You know, and it's not a good feeling. So I like to
And
I feel
help
I,
like
people out.
it's
I
like
feel
when
like
I
what
was
helped
in the
me out
bottom.
too.
Oh, go ahead.
I feel like what helped me out was knowing that like the reason why I ain't making it was because back then when I was making those type of videos, I was like, I ain't making it 'cause I'm not ready yet. I'm actually glad I didn't blow up back then because I was not ready at all. Like
Yeah.
if I would have blew up doing that shit, bro, I was not ready. I had so much to learn about everything. Like
Yeah.
even myself, I wasn't even like fully. I was already like aware and conscious, but like I was nowhere near where I'm at now. So I feel like if I would have blown up back then, I don't know if I ain't gonna say it wouldn't have lasted, but I feel like I just wasn't mentally like I thought I wanted it. Like, of course, back then when you're making videos every day, I was hungry, so I wanted it, but I felt like this shit just wasn't meant to be. Like back then, it was not meant to be. I was meant to. That was like a playing field. That was our dev. It's like the universe is like our dev. You're gonna learn how to edit videos. You're gonna learn analytics. You're gonna learn hashtags. You're gonna learn titles. This is all just your playing field for real. And I tell anybody that wants to start making videos, like, bro, would you rather your first 10 to 50 videos gonna be trash. I ain't gonna cap. Your first couple of videos gonna be bad because you don't know what you're doing. It's awkward. You sitting there talking to a phone. It's not gonna be good. But I say, would you rather post your first bad videos to a large audience or to nobody? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Because there's nobody there to judge you. There's nobody there to say, "Oh, your video is trash." Oh, delete your account. There's nobody there to say that because it's just you. So use that time when there's nobody watching you as your time to learn this shit, to learn how to make videos. And that's not just with videos. That's with music too. There's nobody
And
there to listen to your first bad songs. So your 10th song, when you actually know what you're doing, that's gonna be the one that you know what I'm saying. People are like, "Oh, I like that." They're gonna go back to your old stuff and be like, "Oh, he came a long way," or "She came a long way." It's literally a story.
that's
Everything
just
is a
how life
story.
works. Because it's the same thing with money. I feel like, for example, right? If we get rich right now, some shit like if most people get rich right now, they ain't gonna be able to manage it as good as they would be if they were able to learn while they was broke.
Yeah, make mistakes and
Learn
shit.
more. You know what I'm saying? You learn
Literally.
when you down, and then you get the reward when you mentally, you know, when you prepare, when you ready, type shit. And we
Right.
think that we ready, but no, the most high know when we ready for something. That's when we get it.
Fact. I'm not even gonna lie. Like if I had $10 million right now, I would probably fuck it up. I'm just being honest. I'm just being honest,
Wow,
bro.
that shit up and regret it.
I'm just being honest. So like I do agree with you. Like you, as you go through life, you learn different lessons so that when you do get there, you're able to manage the wealth or just everything that you're manifesting. You know, so
Yeah.
100.
This is a wonderful conversation.
Nah, facts. I appreciate you guys for coming on. Um,
That's it.
oh, I got one more if y'all want to continue.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
want to hold you up for all day. You know what I'm saying? I got one more. What do you guys what do you guys think happens? Like, what happens after we quote unquote die or transition? Because I don't like to say death because energy can't be created or destroyed. So like, I just say transition. What do y'all think happens when we, when we're done experiencing this experience? What do you guys like? What's your opinion?
We want to take that one first.
I'm gonna have to go ahead. Yeah,
I was like, well, who gonna say? Okay. I feel what happens after you pass on. I like that whole analogy, as above, so below. So the things that happen on the ground right here, what we dealing with, basically karma. I'm a firm believer that karma is real. So the energy that you put out, you're gonna get it back. Um, I feel like after you transcend and leave your vessel, e- now I'm a firm believer of reincarnation. As far as this planet, there's certain things that we're supposed to learn when we come here, and it's the same thing when you go to the other different planets. Like you're gonna feel certain vibrations. There's planets where you don't feel hate, sadness, or depression. I feel like that's the heaven place, and you experience that once you learn and go through all of that, and learn the darkness, learn all the how to deal with hate, and learn how to master energy. But when you're on this planet, which this is like a school, you're basically learning how to ascend to heaven. But most people have to keep coming back here because they're still stuck in that cycle of hatred and anger, and they haven't mastered the heaven mind state, the love vibration, the illusion of separation. And I feel like that's what we come here for. Once you master that, I do feel like you're gonna go to a better place. Not necessarily the way the Bible tells it for me. I just feel like there's layers of reality that you can experience. Just like somebody can be in a heavenly state and be rich and go travel the world, and that's heaven for them. And then somebody else could be poor or and not happy, depressed, dealing with a messed up life. That's hell for them. You can experience heaven and hell on this plane.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like it's like that when you leave your vessel. Whatever energy you were retaining here, it's the boomerang effect when you leave your vessel. You go
Mm.
somewhere good, or you're gonna probably have to redo this again, this life, because you didn't do it right. You
That's
know,
a good point.
like a school.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I feel like everybody's here as a vessel, but I feel like our souls aren't as old as our vessel is. Like I've been told since I was a kid had an old soul, and that just pretty much means if anybody's watching that, they'll know what that means. It just means that you are more, you may be 15 years old, but you just have the mindset or your passions, or you're aligned with something, and your soul's 1,000 times older. You know what I'm saying? You've been here a lot, or it may not even just be Earth. It could be a whole nother. I feel like I ain't gonna lie. That question is so deep. I feel like it's things that we can't even fathom. I feel
Yeah.
like we're human, so we only know what humans know. We only get taught the Earth. We've been taught heaven, hell. We've been taught space and planets. But I feel like it's things that we can't even fathom, like things we haven't even thought of that happens after death. But I do know it's definitely natural because everything that lives dies. You know what I'm saying? It's not
Mm-hmm.
something that I feel like movies we've been programmed to feel like, oh, death is so bad because you see movies, people get killed, people be crying. It's like such a traumatic thing. I ain't saying death isn't sad, but I do feel like you definitely move forward. You definitely either come back, move forward, or there's some type of energy never dies. So it wouldn't make sense for conscious because consciousness is only here to be satisfied. That's why we're in these vessels to experience life and have a physical experience because it wants to experience. That's why we have emotions. That's why we have personalities. We have soul purposes, and that's why we get satisfaction from doing what we do. Whether it's to change the world, whether it's to own $1 million, own a house, or if you want to be an art, whatever you want to do, you get satisfaction from it, and that's just from your soul purpose. That's your vessel. Your ego is what attaches to materialistic things of this earth, but your soul is what wants, is a drive to get that. It's a reason why you have downloads. Whoever Drake, when he was Drake, then he had a download. I want to be an artist, and he did that shit. But where did that come from? You know what I'm saying? Kaya, I have a download to change the world. Or Rail, we all have our own downloads. Where did that download come from? It came from
Mm.
your soul purpose. And not everybody has the same soul purpose. I know some 45-year-olds that acts like a 10-year-old. I know some very mature older people, and I know some very mature kids. Shout out Chosen Mello. He's a kid, and that nigga's smart as hell. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like your soul is definitely old, but it had to age somehow. I feel like it had to go through something, or something had to happen for it to be so knowledgeable and be in this vessel and lead you down a certain path. So whether it's going to another, whether you die, you go to another planet and experience a different reality, like Kaya said, or coming back here, or something that we haven't even thought of because it's outside of our human experience that we haven't learned yet. I feel like it definitely keeps going. I feel like it just never dies.
Mhm.
Yeah, like
Facts.
that's exactly what the conclusion I came to with Did was just talking about and Kaya's. I feel like I'm gonna get both perspectives, but I had I had a huge fascination with life after death until I started experiencing with shrooms more, and shrooms taught me that you don't know shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
Right.
you don't know shit. It's like I realized that everything that I learned about life after death was coming from a human with human experiences, and I found out that since you lose this brain, whatever you experience after death is like it can't be fathomed or comprehended by humans. It's like it could be something, it could be a whole nother reality where we're not even humans, we're not even people. It could be we don't even know because all we know is this world with humans and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that made me stop giving a fuck about what happens. I more came to peace that whatever happens was meant to happen. So I don't even think about life after death no more. I just like, I'm enjoying my life. That's all I'm doing now.
Yeah.
But what Kaya said, now I also had this download that since energy doesn't die and karma is eternal, since we were just born into certain circumstances, we had our parents the way they was. We couldn't pick our parents, we couldn't pick our circumstances, we couldn't pick nothing. We just blinked our eyes and next we here. I feel like that was a direct effect of what happened in our past life, and now we're in a certain level of karma, either high karma, low karma, or bad karma, whatever it is. It's like we're on a spectrum of karma, and however you lived your life, you reincarnate to that level of karma. You know what I'm saying? So now you have to deal with them type of circumstances. So them school shooters that shoot up schools or whatever and then kill themselves, okay, bet you're not gonna get away with that. You're gonna come all the way
Right.
back here. shit, and now you're gonna deal with the worst circumstances. Now you getting kidnapped as a baby. Now you one of these kids that die innocently. It's not no innocent death. You just face, you just have to be that vessel. You have to be that consciousness to experience innocent death in that vessel, or you have to be that parent to experience the innocent death of their son type shit. This shit gets real deep and it's beyond our comprehension. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that there's so many ways you can go about it, but my main thing to the people watching is don't worry, bro. It's the reason why we don't know what happens. Just live your life the best way you can and live your life peacefully and just spread love. You have nothing to worry about, bro. That's the main thing.
Yeah, bro. Spread love for real.
Yep, that's the conclusion. Live in love and spread love. So I'll come back around.
No, man, I'm gonna go ahead and get ready because I'm supposed to be linking up with this friend. But right, bro, I appreciate it, man. Kaya, Dev, I appreciate it. I love you.
Oh, love all y'all, man. This is dope.
I appreciate y'all. Real talk, real talk. We can honestly end it here because I pretty much got all the questions I asked, and you guys really gave some good responses. I really appreciate you guys. If you guys want to follow everybody on social media, all their links will be down below in the description or whatever. You guys got anything else to say?
Love y'all. Love every single one of y'all. That's it.
Love y'all so much, man.
Your life is supposed to be beautiful.
Yeah, and follow your damn purpose, bro. You bullshitting right now, bro. You still ain't made that song. You still ain't made that video. You've been talking about this for months. You've been telling your homies you're gonna start this, but you ain't started yet. Why not? Life is gonna keep on going, bro. Get on your shit and keep going, bro. Get on your shit and make that video. Follow your soul purpose. There's a reason why you're seeing angel numbers. Why you think you're seeing that, bro? Why you think you're watching this video right now? Everything happens for a reason. So get on your shit, man. Let's get it.
Hey, Rock, y'all stay great. Love y'all, man.
Appreciate it, man.
Love y'all.